just jump straight in with Forever Young because
Okay.
your new track, your new single, it's come out with a nice kind of Jamaican set video as well. Very cool. What was the kind of inspiration behind that?
Well, I was dating this guy one time, and then he said, all he kept saying was, and he was Jamaican, and all he kept saying was, you really got to go back to Jamaica, get in touch with your roots. And I was thinking, when is this guy going to stop saying this, And then, the relationship fizzled out. And then I started to write my album, and all of a sudden, all of this inspiration came through and this song came through, and I thought, oh, I'll put this down. And then the lyrics just came flooding in, and all of a sudden I had a Jamaican patois rap to this song, and it just came about from the heavens. From I always believe there's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
And that was the reason for
I mean, are you going to let him hear the track? That's the question.
that. I think he's probably heard it already. I think
You'd
he
be
keeps
like,
an eye on my socials.
you can be like, I've finally done it. Here it is.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So obviously, like Forever Young is very reggae, but kind of got this sort of feel good pop vibe as well. What
Yeah.
is that kind of shaping the vibe of the album? Frequency, is that the official
Yeah.
title? Yeah,
Free Queen C.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Oh, thank you. I think it's going to be a collection of all different types of songs, because we first came out with R&B, then we came out with the pop, and then I'm the only one who used to write the rock track, so it's probably going to have a rock track on there. I'm going to revisit some of the older five-star tunes from the old albums,
Nice.
and yeah, there's going to be a mixture.
Cool. And what sort of stage is that at? Are you still recording or is it kind of good to go?
Yeah, still recording, and this is the first time that that I'm actually going to record a Christmas song.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it's called Santa Claus is Coming. So it's a brand new it's a brand new song. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that one.
Nice. Was there ever a five-star Christmas song?
Was it, sorry, oh
Was
no,
no,
never. No.
that's crazy. When you think of all the
It,
albums and all the hits, that
yes, that's true. We never ever did a five-star song. So I thought, you know what? This year it has to be done.
yeah, amazing. So you're thinking kind of like mid 2024 for the album?
Yeah, spring, summer.
Nice.
Yeah, come spring, summer. It should be
Lovely.
ready.
Um, so we've already kind of touched on five star, and looking back, you were such a young age when you kind of found success with the band, which
Mhm.
I'm 13, I barely got my life together. So to think that like,
Um,
17, 18, like it must have been quite an overwhelming experience.
I think because we grew up in a household full of music, and my dad was, in the 60s, he played guitar on the Wilson Pickett Midnight Hour tour and worked with Desmond Decker and a lot of 60s stars. And he also wrote his own shows and his own songs. Um, so he brought that experience into our home, and music was everything in our household. So that's kind of like the vein that we all took in life. As soon as I was still in school, I had to give in notes to say, please excuse me from school today because I have to go do Top of the Pops. And it just felt natural.
Yeah. I mean, was there that kind of excitement with school friends, or was it a bit like, no, she's lying, this isn't true?
Some of them probably thought I was lying the first time, but when they saw me on Wogan doing the robot,
Uh,
then like, oh my God, look at Deniece. She's on TV doing the robot.
it's amazing. So you obviously mentioned, growing up in a household with lots of music.
Mm,
I was watching some clips from, I presume it was a BBC documentary looking into Stone Court Mansion. Um,
mm.
was that just insane? Was it as kind of fun and exciting as it looked
Oh
growing up
gosh,
there?
yeah. What, just living in Sunningdale?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing because all of a sudden it's like we've grown out of the five bed in Essex. We're going over to the 100 bed in Sunningdale with a tennis court and a steam room and a gym. two grand pianos, and it's like, wow, it was a huge change, but I think we needed the space because we were growing up. I
Yeah.
was 19 at the time.
And did you record a lot of the five-star albums there as well?
Well, the five-star album, which had a nice blue cover with the five of us across, was recorded actually across the courtyard in,
Okay.
yeah, in our main studio that we had built. We were the first people to have, well, first, um, we were the first to have an SSL desk, mixing desk, flown into the country at the time. So Dad was getting it prepared for when Madonna wanted to come in, when Michael wanted to come in, Whitney, and all of these stars wanted to come in from America to record. They would go there because it had that first SSL desk.
Um, I think I'd read, I don't know if this is true, but there was someone had commented on the video and said, you were one of the first families to let BBC cameras into your house other than the royal family when they'd done their documentary in the 50s. So that's a pretty cool achievement.
Yeah, it really was. I think we're the first to do MTV Cribs, actually. I think they grabbed the idea off of us.
Yeah, you're surely due some royalties for that.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned Michael there. Obviously, five star, sparked a lot of comparisons to like the British Jacksons. How do you feel about that comparison?